our segment today, I want to talk a little bit about the cats that we have and the kittens that we have in the foster system and available at the shelter. We have almost 80 cats in the foster system, and we also have a shelter that's full. So if you are looking for a cat, I guarantee that we have the cat for you. And our first available pet of the week, our picture will be up in just a moment, is Pipsqueak. And Pipsqueak has been with a foster since he was caught as a tiny little kitten. So he is ready to be adopted, he is neutered, and he is up to date on his shots. He is in line to go to PetSense because we still have our 4 cages at PetSense where we have kittens that are available for adoption. So he's pretty far down on that line. So we're hoping that we can slip him in and find him a home. So if you're interested in him, please contact the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill. You can contact us on Facebook, or you can email us at theferaldogsofavondalemill@gmail.com. And then we also have to talk about an available dog, of course. This is Cole. Cole has been at the Sylacauga shelter for almost a year. He is just a sweet dog. He's a little short-legged pit mix of some sort, and he is definitely a crowd favorite. All of our walkers that come every Saturday just absolutely adore Cole. And he's pictured there with Lynn Averett. She's one of our most dedicated dog walkers, and she has taken him on as a project. Lynn absolutely adores that dog, and she is working on finding him a home. So Cole just got neutered yesterday, and he's up to date on his shots, and he is ready for a home. So if you are looking for a dog, there's Cole riding around in the car with Lynn. He's been spoiled rotten there at the shelter, but we certainly hope that we can find him a home where he can stay spoiled rotten there. And then there's me trying to give Cole a kiss. So you can tell he's definitely a sweet dog if I'm leaning in that close to him. He's just such a wonderful dog, and just puzzled as to why he's even at the shelter. So if you're interested in him, give the shelter a call, go by there. If you have a pet or dog at home, then take that dog with you so that they can meet and you can see how they'll do together. But Cole is definitely one of the best dogs that we have there at the shelter. Now we're going to go ahead and get to our special guest today. So I have here with me Kim Wright with Pinhoti Outdoor Center. So Kim, thank you so much for coming back on the show with me.
Thanks for having us again. That's exciting.
Now you and your husband Nathan own the Outdoor Center, the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. So tell us a little bit about what all you do at the Outdoor Center before we get to your exciting festival coming up.
So the Pinhoti Outdoor Center is a full-service hiker hostel, and a lot of people know about the Pinhoti Trail that travels right near Sylacauga. We see about 5,000 hikers a year. Those people all come into Sylacauga, and we try to provide a shelter, laundry, a warm bed, a resupply option to come into town to get resupply food. Just give them an opportunity to rest and recuperate before they get back out on the trail.
Now the Pinhoti Trail, where does it start?
It starts at Flag Mountain in Wegovka,
Okay.
and it travels 350 miles north to Georgia near Ellijay.
Okay, and then it connects to the...
It connects to the Appalachian Trail via
Okay.
the Benton MacKaye Trail. So you can start at Flag Mountain and hike all the way to Katahdin, Maine, and we call that Bama to Baxter.
And is that what a lot of these hikers, these 5,000 hikers that are coming through here, are they trying to hike the entire Pinhoti and Appalachian Trail? Or?
There's a mix. We see a lot of section hikers, and we see a lot of hikers that start in Alabama and go north. We see a lot of hikers that have already done the Appalachian Trail and are going back to connect the different trails.
Okay.
So you can also connect us to the Alabama Trail and the Florida Trail starting at Key West, and then you hike the whole eastern corridor
wow.
basically.
Now, what are you seeing with the 5,000 that come through here that you see or interact with? Where are they coming from?
All over. We've had people from Ireland, England, Sweden. We've got people from all over the U.S. The Pinhoti Trail is truly a hidden gem, and it is taking basically it's growing in popularity among hikers around the U.S. And as big as the hiking community is, it's small, so word of mouth travels. You know, that conversations about those trails and the great ones travels fast. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a festival coming up.
Yes.
And we had the opportunity, Jonathan and I got to go to your festival last year. There were a lot of people here.
Yes.
So this is a really good event. So let's talk about what's going to happen at the festival this year.
Yeah, so this year we're excited. We've got an incredible speaker, Graybeard, 87 years old. I'm not going to give away much of what he's done, but what I will tell you, his latest feat was solo paddling the Mississippi River from source to sea, 2,400 miles, starting on his 87th birthday and finishing in 87 days.
Oh, wow.
A fireball, a gem of a man, incredible inspirational person, and will you got to see him. So we'll be showing a documentary at 10 and 1 o'clock at the B.B. Comer Library, and it's a 30-minute show, and it's just a piece of his bigger documentary. We'll have the option to buy the whole documentary.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to hear him speak at the park at 7 p.m. on Saturday night.
So he'll be here live.
He'll
not
be
just
here
the
live. Yeah,
documentary.
dear friend of ours, just an incredible person. So you got to see him live.
Now, what are the dates? Did we mention that?
September 22nd through the 24th. So coming up in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Well, 2.5 weeks, but it's running all night. Campers will be coming in from all over the U.S. They'll be camping in Noble Park. They'll be staying on the volleyball side.
Okay.
And then all of our vendors will be set up on the skate park side.
Okay. Now with Graybeard, when you mentioned the documentary at the library and him speaking on Saturday night, that's the 23rd.
Yes. The
Okay.
23rd.
So he'll be there on the 23rd.
Yeah.
What other speakers do you have?
Well, he's the only speaker this year. We decided to go a different route this year and just focus on one speaker. We want people to enjoy the community. We want people to enjoy the park and then have time to fellowship. We've got some additional workshops this year.
Okay.
My husband Nathan is actually going to be teaching a cooking class, camp cooking with Ziploc bags.
Well, that's an important thing to know how to do, is
exciting.
cook at a camp.
You got to know how to cook when you're on the trail, and he does a really good job of that. And then we've got the Alabama Hiking Club that will be putting on a couple workshops, and Alabama Trails Foundation will be doing a little campsite chat. And so a lot of great things going on, great musicians. We've got the Golden Shoals coming in. They're out of Nashville. They'll be here. We've got the Whistlebees out of Birmingham. They'll be here. And then we've got some great local music too. So we're excited about that.
Now, are you having entertainment Friday and Saturday?
Yes.
And then there's a shorter time on Sunday, right? It's a
Right.
morning-
Sunday morning we'll just kind of wrap up. La
Okay.
Costa is serving our hikers breakfast on Saturday
Oh, that'd be
morning.
great.
And we'll do our big grand prize giveaway for those who stay on Sunday morning. And then we'll do a big park cleanup like we do every year as part of our Leave No Trace campaign to leave it better than we found it.
Well, I was amazed last year at how many people were there.
Yeah.
We were able to stop by there on that Saturday,
Yeah.
and that was a really good big group.
We're expecting at least double that this year.
Okay.
And it's hard to track numbers when you have a festival, but we're hoping to hit about 2,000 this year.
That's wonderful.
And that's people coming into Sylacauga and eating and shopping local and enjoying the parks and seeing what Sylacauga has to offer.
And seeing what a gem we have of a city.
See how amazing we are.
Now, you talked about La Costa coming
Yes.
on Sunday. Now, you have some community partners that
We
are
do.
participating. So
We
what's
do.
happening there?
Another community partner is Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A will be serving breakfast on Sunday or Saturday morning to our hikers.
Okay.
NEMAC, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union. We have Heritage South Credit Union. Cup of Grace is actually coming. They're going to bring the cart and serve coffee on Saturday and Sunday morning, and are kind enough to offer a discount to hikers who wear a wristband into their store to purchase food. They've got a couple Pinhoti. So Pinhoti means turkey home. And so
I didn't know that. I've never heard that.
So they're creating. They've got a few menu items that they're going to feature with the turkey sandwiches and stuff like that for Pinhoti Fest weekend. So we're excited to partner with Cup of Grace and challenge any of our local downtown vendors businesses to invite the hikers in and maybe offer a discount or a special menu item for hikers when they come in to visit.
That's great.
shop.
Just kind of welcome them to town.
Yep.
Because they'll be coming through here when they're hiking.
We did,
anyway.
and we offered something new this year is that we're opening the park at 9 o'clock for hikers to go ahead and set up their camp. Last year they couldn't come in until 5.
Okay.
So this gives them the opportunity, since the festival doesn't start till 5, to come in and shop and eat local and go check out the marble and check out the museums and go to the library and just see all the things Sylacauga has downtown.
And then to have Graybeard's documentary shown at the library,
Yes.
that'll bring them in
Yes.
to downtown to see that as
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, we're excited about
Now,
that.
this is was last year, when did you first start this?
Last year was our
the
first one, yes.
Okay, so this is amazingly successful very quickly.
Yeah, and
So-
as it grows, we get more gear vendors. As more people come, more gear vendors come. So we have 3 additional gear vendors this year that we didn't have last year, and that's very exciting too.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, anything else going on with the festival coming up? Or
Oh goodness, I could talk all day about the festival. We will be. It's very exciting for us. We'll be putting our street signs up this week
Okay.
to just let the community know. One thing that we are offering, a lot of our community members say, well, I don't hike. Well, if you like art, there's an artist that's coming from North Carolina that does
Okay.
incredible trail art. She's offering a 2-hour painting class. It's $50. It'll be offered at Noble Park. But you get to keep your supplies. So everything that you buy with that $50, you get to keep. And she's teaching you art stroke. I wish I had time to do the class. She's just really that good.
That's great.
We have that same artist and another artist. We had 2 undyed backpacks from Granite Gear. that they have painted, and we will be auctioning off those backpacks
Okay.
and raising money for the Pinhoti Experience Foundation.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good activities
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
so
I mean,
much going on.
I think everyone will really enjoy
Yep.
that.
And
And
couple special guests if I have a second.
absolutely.
We have the grand champion of hide and seek and the king of leave no trace, Sasquatch, will be attending.
Okay.
He will be attending, and also Smokey the Bear. So bring the kids out. They'll
Okay.
be at 2, I believe at 10 and 2 as well. You'll be able to get pictures with Smokey and Sasquatch. And
So let's get back to what on earth is a grand champion of hide and seek?
he,
Is this
nobody's
something I should
ever
know
seen
about?
him. Yeah, the grand champion of hide and seek is no one ever sees Sasquatch in the woods. So
But he's coming out, so
He's
he's
coming
not-
out.
he's a-
I've had to pay him a lot of money to come. No, I'm just kidding.
To bring him out of
feed
the
him
hide
a
and
lot of
seek,
chicken
then.
biscuits. But he's coming to Sylacauga
Good.
to visit and share the word about Leave No Trace and the principles, how they can be used not only in the woods but also in our communities and schools.
That's
So,
great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. And it will be nice to actually see Sasquatch.
It will.
And two.
He's a little scary, but he's friendly. I
Okay.
mean, he tries to just he's an introvert.
Good. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to be.
Yeah.
If he's the grand
The
champion of hide
grand
and seek.
champion of hide and seek.
Now, Les, before we go, the last time you were on the show, you had just gotten your dog, your second
Yes.
dog. You had driven to North Carolina or South
Yes.
Carolina to get him?
Max.
So how are things going with your...
Max is such a sweet boy. He and Tala are inseparable. So we've got the collie shepherd mix, which is Max. Then we've got the healer Malinois mix, and she is crazy, but she's a lot of fun. And the two of them together, they're so much fun. They're a lot of energy, but inseparable. And Max is
great.
doing his job trying to calm Tala down, and Tala's doing her job trying to control Max and keep him close
So
to the house.
they
and
work so well
They
together.
do. They really do. And they've actually both really learned to adjust to the cat. So
Good.
we know who the boss is in the house. It's not either dog.
Was it a pretty easy transition with these two particular dogs to bring an adult dog into your household with an adult dog already there?
Yeah, and we did, when you said that earlier about meeting them up, we did do that before we brought Max home. We wanted to make sure that they would be a good fit, because that's important. You don't want to bring a dog in and then realize that it's not a good fit and then have to do something with the dog. It's not good for you. I mean, your heart breaks when that doesn't happen. So we've made steps to do that. So it wasn't a difficult transition. We
That's
did do
good.
that meetup before. And now, if you separate them, because Tala likes to run, we'll take Tala to the park, but Max is too hot for him. So he just gets so upset when we separate the dogs. As soon as Tala gets home, they're back at it again. So
But that is good to note, because we do have a shelter full of adult dogs that if you have a dog at home,
Yeah.
let them meet. Find a good match, because it is so much better when they can at least you can know that there's a chance of them being able to,
Oh, yeah.
to work it all out, because
Yeah.
it's two adult dogs that don't know each other.
and what we
it takes
see
time.
is like aggression is really playful,
Mm-hmm.
and I get nervous, like they're biting. No, they're just playing. So it's good to see them play. It's good, and they need that companionship too, especially if you work from home or work away from home. It's good for those dogs to have a companion. It's a little less destructive at the house with two dogs now.
I bet
Yeah.
they can play with each other
Yeah,
instead of your
eating the couch.
Now, do they get to come to the festival? Do some of the hikers bring dogs?
Some of the hikers do bring dogs. We will not be bringing ours because it's just not fair
You're
to
too
them.
busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will not be, and that would just drive everybody crazy. But people do bring their dogs. We ask that you bring your bags too and take care of the dogs and
Okay.
clean up after them. And they do have to be on a leash when they come. But we love our pets. We allow them in the hostel too. Hikers hike with dogs, so
They
bring
do.
your dogs.
I'm sure that's the life of a dog to be
Oh,
able to
man,
go
what a
on,
good
on
life.
hikes like that
Yeah.
and on that beautiful trail or
Oh,
all the trails.
Any trail, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you
Thanks.
for all you're doing with the festival,
Thank you.
and we certainly hope it is as busy or busier than it was last
Oh,
year. And it
yeah.
sounds like it's set to do that.
I
So
hope so. Thanks.
So that's great, and then we'll have you on again next year to talk about how big it's becoming next year, and we'll.
That'll be so much fun.
So
Thanks.
thank you for joining us today, and remember to come out to the shelter this weekend. We will be walking dogs from 11 to 1, and come out to meet Cole, our available dog of the week. And if you're interested in the kitten that we showed at the very beginning, then contact Feral Dogs. We'll have more Daybreak after these messages.